Hey guys, Speedster here, and today we're going to talk about 10 add-ons that you can use for TBC Anniversary and that you need to help your journey here. Some are going to be more UI based and more important than others, and some are going to be very useful for you so you can download. A lot of people come into my stream and they ask, what can I use to help me along the way? What are you doing? What helps you do this? And I'm gonna break them down each piece by piece. Everybody, TBC hype. Hope everyone's having a beautiful time on the pre-patch, man. I am so happy to play pre-patch. TBC has been a blast so far. Besides the launch, that was kind of insane. But yeah, if you guys aren't following me over on Twitch, I'm streaming every single night, so make sure to drop a follow. All right, let's get down to it. First add-on we are going to do is Nova Instance Tracker. Okay, what does Nova Instance Tracker exactly do? Now, it's going to take every instance you go into and break it down, how much rep you're going to get, how much honor, how much experience. So you can see here all the altered valleys that I've done, even on this is showing my whole account here. This is showing how much honor I am getting, what time I'm going in, how long I am in there, 10 minutes 51 seconds, bunch of details, and how much honor I am getting in these altered valleys. It even shows who's in each battle, which is kind of nuts. You don't really need that, but this is nice to see how much honor you're getting per battle. And this does the same thing when you're dungeon grinding in TBC, when you're hopping in the slay pens, when you're hopping in blood furnace, when you're hopping in mana tombs. All of these dungeons you're going to level in Burning Crusade in the launch, because that's where you're going to want to farm the rep. And you can kind of see how your XP is going, how much XP per hour happens, how much XP per dungeon, how long the dungeon's taking. So it is a very useful add-on. Now, the next one I'm going to go over is Nova World Buffs. Now, Nova World Buffs is kind of more for Classic, but the way that Blizzard has made TBC Anniversary with these mega servers is that there is a boatload of layers. So right now we have 10 layers on Night Slayer, and that is on a Monday at 6 o'clock PST. So imagine TBC launch. It's going to be probably closer to 20 layers, and it's going to be insane because the server holds more capacity now. Well, why is this useful? Well, you can click Nova World Buffs. You can see your guild's layers. You can see if anyone wants to invite you. You can also use something else like a weak aura or a channel that you can go into and type in invite layer, blah, blah, blah. Or you can ask your guild. So it is very useful to see who is on what layer. And also it shows you the world buffs when they're going to drop. It announces it in guild chat. So maybe if you have alts you're going to level, or you're trying to get world buffs for the TBC launch, this is very useful. It also shows on the mini map which layer you are on when you click on any NPC in a city. So it shows I'm on layer 1, and yeah, it's just really nice if you need a layer hop, because you're going to do that while leveling if you're questing or you're farming or anything like that. So that is the second add-on. Now, Leatrix Plus is going to be the next add-on, guys. And now this one has a bunch of little things that help its very good quality of life for the game. And now I'm going to break this down a little bit. It helps you automate quests. It automates the gossip when you need to talk to an NPC to accept a quest, accept a summon, or res instantly. The big ones are selling junk automatically and repair automatically, because a lot of people forget to do that. The social things I don't use too much. Invite from whispers is really nice for if you're trying to make groups or make raids. The other ones that I like to use, it has a bunch of little things like chat, hiding some specific text and whatnot. You have less clutter on your screen, and then it's going to have things like enhanced mini map, enhanced tooltip, enhanced dress up. I've never personally used this. Quest log professions and trainers are really nice. So for example, you can go to your professions here and you can open blacksmithing, and it shows it way, you can see everything without scrolling. If this is not like this is huge. Normally it's half the UI size and you have to scroll down. So it is really nice for professions. And now going back here, you can do the same thing for your quest log. So you can open your quest log and it shows it like this. It's just a little easier to read if you're mainly focused on this. Now, some people like this, some people don't. But the other thing that I'm going to go to is like show druid power bar, show ready timer, all of these helpful tools. Enhance the flight map, which is pretty dope. I like to use class colored frames so I can see if someone's a different class right here. I can see that they're a priest. Now, the next one is system in here, max camera zoom. So a bunch of little things. You can mute certain game sounds. faster auto loot, which is helpful, better dismount, show vendor price. So Leatrix Plus is a really good quality of life add-on, guys. Leatrix Maps is going to be the next one, and that is when you open your map here, you can look in the world and maybe you don't have something fully discovered, and it's going to show the whole map for you. And, the big thing with Leatrix Maps is it shows you in and out of each zone. If you don't have this yet, you should probably get it. Most people should have it, but it is really useful if you're leveling. It's nice for Outland because you don't have everything discovered yet, and maybe you just need to see the map a little more. It shows you can also turn on Flight Masters and things of that nature just to show you what's going on here, like Flight Masters here, and that's a really nice little helpful add-on. Now the next one I'm going to go over is LFG Bulletin Board. This is an old add-on. Some people use it, some people don't. I really like to use LFG Bulletin Board because you see the looking for group. If you look at my chat right here, it's just spam. It's a bunch of spam everywhere. People ask for layers. People are spamming for boosts. People are selling summons even in this, even though they're supposed to use the other channel. There's lots of clutter. So it's easier to filter through it with LFG Bulletin Board. Now, you have this, and it's very useful because you can go dungeon by dungeon. You can also you can see the strat boosters are back at it again, but I can unclick from it. I can filter off from things, so you can turn off all of these things, and you could turn off all of the classic stuff and only have TBC when it comes out. So it is really useful. I know Blizzard has this beautiful LFG tool, which is decent, but honestly, a lot of people don't use it all the time. And I mean, obviously you can't go into Shadow Labs, but my point is not everyone queues up, and you can use both, and it helps you make group faster. Okay, the next one I'm going to go over is RestedXP guide. So RestedXP is one of the best, if not the best, leveling add-on. It's going to take you through every part of your leveling journey from 1 to 70, and in TBC, the TBC version is going to be the best because it has updated XP from the changes in TBC pre-patch. And now you can see I do have the version where I can use it for my attunements for TBC, Karazhan, SSC, etc. I have even the old guide, see? So I have TBC speedrun guide all the way going, or it even has a boosted character 58 to 60 guide, which is cool. And what RestedXP does is it opens a guide, and it's going to take you step by step on how to level or go through your attunement. It also has a dungeon cleave guide, which is really cool because it's going to show you which dungeons to hit, how to get your reputation, and things like that. So I still have to import it on this guy. I don't have the right one, but it's going to show you all the things. It's going to send you an arrow from where to go. RestedXP is the best leveling guide, hands down, guys. And if anything else, you can use it as a resource. Now, one thing is some people don't like it because you have to pay for it, but I personally think it's much worth it because you're saving a lot of time, and I could show this on another character. It might be much more useful. This add-on is actually really important, and this is MinimapButtonButton. Well, what does MinimapButtonButton do? It takes all my add-ons and it takes it from around the minimap and puts it on this button. So anytime I click it, I can click on any of these add-ons here. Pretty self-explanatory, but it cleans up the UI. It feels so nice, to be honest, and really nice to get used to, and I love it personally. So the next add-on is going to be very, very important, guys. They updated this add-on for TBC Anniversary, and that is going to be Atlas Loot. When you go into your Curse Forge, you need to download Atlas Loot TBC Anniversary, and that is the new version, okay? Why is this really important? You can toggle between TBC and Classic. It has all the updated gear for TBC. As you can see here, even in RFC, it has the stat changes. You can go into TBC. You can see all of the dungeons. You can go into Heroic for the dungeons as well. Very, very useful. All of the raids. Pretty self-explanatory. The thing where they stepped up the most is Atlas Loot TBC Anniversary added a pre-biz guide for every single class and spec. And they did the same thing for Phase 1 BIS. So you can go down and I can look at Fury Warrior, and it's going to take this from Wowhead, I believe, and get your top pieces for your BIS, as I have Fury Warrior Phase 1 BIS here. Let's just say I go to my pre-BIS here and I go to Fury Warrior. It's going to show me where I get these things. So you can see this drops from Old Hillsbrad Foothills, Heroic off Epoch Hunter, the Waste Walker Helm. Okay, so I can kind of see how to hunt things, what I want to get. and go down piece by piece and kind of see in game instead of having it on my other screen 100% of the time. This also shows what else it is BIS for, so you can see Vengeance Wrap is BIS for all of these classes, which is super dope and useful. So that's a huge update, guys. I definitely recommend that. Now, another one that we can talk about that is very, very important is Attune. Okay, Attune is the best attunement guide add-on. TBC is very much about attunements, especially for your first character. You need to get attuned for basically everything, and that is to get a Shattered Halls key, that is to get a Nightbane summon item, that is to get attuned to Karazhan, SSC, TK, etc., and so on. And so it's going to break down every single step. What I love about it is it tells you where to start, what step you're on, and where you go to the next thing. So you can plan ahead, you can see what is up next, and you can go from there. Now, you can see we don't have our Shadow Labs key to even get into Shadow Labs, so we'd have to do set the calls first. So it lets me know, okay, well, I'll have to do that eventually. Now let's go back to our Karazhan, and it has all these steps to get there, right? It's going to be very useful for trying to get your Nightbane attunement because there's steps for that. Instead of trying to look that up constantly, you have it right here in game. It's very, very handy. And once you get it done in your main, your alt will be attuned. I would definitely suggest downloading Attune at least for the launch and TBC for like those first few weeks, guys, so you can get your main done. Okay, Weak Auras is one of the best add-ons because you can see here I have a whole warrior UI. Weak Aura has a weapon swing timer, which moves are up, what cooldowns I need, and it helps me keep track of things for my warrior. Weak Auras will be useful for layering. There is a layering Weak Aura you can even see, and I hit /WA to see all of my Weak Auras here. Now I have one that even avoids lava damage. I have some things that I can turn on, even have some old Weak Auras which I need to delete, but it has like auto roll on Bijous, Tress Layer Swap, which is one of the most useful Weak Auras in the game. So I can click this box here and someone will invite me from my guild on another layer, and you can see I am layering over. This is very useful because your guild needs to have that Weak Aura as well, and that's going to send you to another layer, guys. You can see I'm on layer 7. I was on layer 1, okay? And now I can leave the group. Very useful. Instead of asking for invite for Weak Aura, it just streamlines the process, and it's very helpful in open world, especially in Outland, because we know that is a smaller world than Azeroth. One of the more useful add-ons, guys, to use is called Bagnon, or you can use Baganator. They're very similar. Some people like one or the other. Now, Bagnon sometimes has needs a lot of updates all the time, but it has a really clean UI. You can hit this cleanup button and it organizes all of your gear. You can look in your banks by right-clicking and go through each character to see what they have. You can go through the guild bank. Bagnon is very useful in that sense. Now, one of the last add-ons I'm going to talk about is Sexy Map, and that is what is just changing the border here. And you can go through Sexy Map and you can click and you can make different borders. Okay, you can go through all of the stuff, default presets. It will change some of my things, and it has some presets here. Get a rogue one. You can, I just use the default one, and I'm kind of just trying it out, but this is a nice little fun add-on that you could use to help you along the way. And then some easy other add-ons to definitely get are Threat Classic 2. I really like for my threat meter. It shows how to keep track of your threat. It shows you how to keep track of your threat, guys, and threat is super important in Burning Crusade, especially in raids, because you will get one shot if you try to seal twist your butt off with Lust Pop. Shout out to you, Ret Paladins. So you gotta watch your threat pretty quick, and it's very useful for hunters trying to misdirect and off tanks and such. The next one is Details. Details will show you what moves are doing a certain amount of damage. If someone's out DPSing you, you can definitely compare it, and everyone in your party and raid is going to show up here. And I'm sure most of you have Details, but if you do not, make sure to download that. That one is very useful. And now those are 10 add-ons that are super useful and you need for TBC Anniversary. And I hope you guys got some tips and tricks from this video. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. My name is Speedster, and I'm out. Peace.